Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1217 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for October 18th, 2024. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1217. I'm gonna start with the word maths. Sorry, spelled it backwards. M-A-T-H-S. Alright, got the T yellow and S also yellow, so these two letters go somewhere else in this word. It turns out that maths is a decent thing. ST, I think it's the most likely in this situation. ST double consonants, probably including vowels after the ST and at the end as well. So, for example, I can try store and see where this brings me to. I was right about the ST, but O and E somehow are not vowels that are part of this word. So it would be U or I. It could be stick, could be stuck, it could be stink, it could be stunk. Anything else? It could be stuff, it could be stiff. It could be study. Alright, I'm gonna for sure use the okay, so what were my options again? Oh, it could also be still. Alright, so I'm gonna have to use a C or N because of the CK or NK ending. I'm gonna have to use at least one of them. I'm gonna also use the L, and I feel like... Okay, I just need to use one of the two vowels, I feel like. Um, hmm. Damn, there's not a word that goes something like, FL something ND. I could try... Oh, maybe not. I can try flick and see where this brings me to. Okay, it's STI something something. Sting. Has to be, right? Are you serious? STIN. Stint? Okay, well, that is today's final answer. Alright, I did not predict this word at all. Like, I only thought of stink. I actually did not think of sting at all, which is pretty weird. But I definitely did not consider um, NT double consonant ending as an option. So I feel like the elimination strategy used in the third attempt definitely helped a bit, but unfortunately that still did not allow me to, I mean, I still could not get the answer on my fourth attempt, which is a bit unfortunate. But stint, this word, I don't really see that in daily life, so this word is not that common, I would say. So I would say it's acceptable to guess it in more tries because you won't predict this word. So yeah, I'll take it. I got today's Wordle answer stint in 5 tries. This is Wordle number 1217. After I'm done with this, let me move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is October 18th, and I'm gonna start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. What have we got? Um, these ones point down, these 3s points left, and this cell sees another 3. So in block 7, the digit 3 is forced into this cell, these 3s point up, and this cell sees another 3. So in block 1, the digit 3 is forced into this cell. And then these 3s force the digit 3 into this cell in block 6, and into this cell in block 5, and finally, the last 5 in this Sudoku puzzle is forced into this. The last 3 in this Sudoku puzzle is forced into this cell. Alright, so I've actually placed all the 3s, so that's very good. Very good progress. And that's a very good thing to start with, because I don't need to worry about missing a 3 anymore, so that's really nice. These 2s points up, and this cell sees another 2. This one points down, and this one points left. So in block 5, the digit 1 is forced into row 6, and then these ones points left. This 8 points down, and this 8 points right. So in block 8, the digit 8 is forced into row 9, and then these 8 points right, and this cell sees another 8. So in block 9, the digit 8 is forced into this cell, and then these 8s point up. These 8 points left, and this cell sees another 8. So in block 4, the digit 8 is forced into this cell. Okay, this 5 points down. So in block 4, the digit 5 is forced into one of these two cells. And these two cells form a 1-5 pair. Because in block 4, the digits 1 and 5 are missing. And because of these 1s and 5s, both 1 and 5 in block 4 are forced into these two cells. So in order to fit both 1 and 5 into block 4, they have to go into these two cells, or in other words, these two cells are reserved for 1 and 5. Because the only combinations are 1-5 or 5-1. Okay, this 1-5 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells, because they are reserved for 1 and 5. This makes the other two open cells in block 4 contain 4 and 7, which are the other missing digits of block 4. Alright, so this 4-7 pair also works for column 1. So in column 1, these two cells only contain 4 and 7. It's either 4-7 or 7-4. No other digits can go into these two cells, so we have to make the other 3 open cells a 1-6-9 triple, because they are the other missing digits of this column. Or you can say that to avoid empty cells, we must keep both 4 and 7 into these two cells. So this 4-7 pair eliminates 4s and 7s from all other open cells in this column. But anyway, my point is that because of this 4-7 pair, the other 3 open cells in this column are made a 1-6-9 triple. But actually, this cell sees 6 and 9. So I can eliminate 6 and 9 from this cell, so in this triple, this cell is forced to be a 1, leaving behind a 6-9 pair. Okay, in row 5, we have a 1-5 pair, which means the other 3 open cells in this row contain the other missing digits of this row. They are 4, 6, and 7. 4, 6, 7, 4, 6, 7, 4, 6, 7. This cell sees 7, so it's 4, 6. This cell sees 4, so it's 6 or 7. And notice that in this triple, the digit 4 is forced into one of these two cells in this triple. So, because 4 is guaranteed into one of these two cells, I can eliminate 4 from other open cells in block 6. Because no matter which cell 4 ends up in, all other open cells in block 6 will see the 4, because it sees both of them from the same block. So the other 3 open cells in block 6 cannot contain a 4. That is something to note. Okay, might as well fill out the missing digits of column 8. So I just said that this cell cannot contain 4, and it also sees 6. So for this column, it can only contain either 5 or 7. This cell sees 5, so it's 4, 6, or 7. These two cells see 7, so they are 4, 5, and 6 only. Okay, I didn't realize I didn't realize this until now. This cell sees this one. So after I place this one, I could have immediately eliminated one from this cell. So now I can force the digit 1 into this cell in block 9, and then these ones force the digit 1 into one of these two cells in block 8. These ones point left, and this cell sees another 1. Alright, after I place this one, this 2 points down and this 2 points right to force the digit 2 into this cell in block 9. And then these 2's force the digit 2 into this cell in block 6, and then these 2's force the digit 2 into one of these two cells in block 5. And these two cells form a 1-2 pair. As you can see in block 5, the digits 1 and 2 are missing, and these 1s and 2s force both 1 and 2 into these two cells only. So in order to fit both 1 and 2 into block 5, they have to go into these two cells, or in other words, these two cells are reserved for 1 and 2. The only combinations are 1, 2 or 2, 1. So this 1, 2 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells because they can only contain 1 or 2. They're reserved for 1 and 2. So this makes the other 4 open cells in this block contain 4, 5, 6, and 7. This 4 points down. This 4 points down, and 4 cannot go into the 1-2 pair. So in block 5, the digit 4 is forced into row 4, which eliminates 4 from this cell. This cell sees the 4 from block 5, because it is guaranteed to go into one of these two cells. No matter which cell 4 ends up in, this cell sees both of them. So this cell, I can eliminate 4 from this cell, which makes this a 7, and down here, this a 4. These two cells form a 5-7 pair to make up the missing digits of row 6, but this cell sees a 5. So I can make this 7 and 5, which leaves a 4-6 pair into these two cells, making this cell a 7. Row 4 is missing 4, 5, and 6. This cell sees 4, so it's 5, 6. This cell sees 6, so it's 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Okay, another thing that I saw when I was marking down these twos is that in column 6, 2 is a missing digit, so I still have to put 2 somewhere in this column, but cannot go into these 3 open cells because these open cells see another 2. So where does 2 go in column 6? Well, in column 6, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, because this is the only open cell available for 2. All other open cells cannot contain 2, but 2 still has to go somewhere in this column. So it is forced into this cell in column 6. Okay, and then, as you can see, 2 removed one of the 2 possibilities for 8 in this block, so I can immediately make this an 8. You could have also done it in the logic way, is that these 8s force the digit 8 into this cell in block 8, and then these 8s point up to force the digit 8 into this cell in block 2. Alright, these 8s point up, and this cell sees the 8 that I just placed. So in block 3, the digit 8 is forced into this cell, and then all of these 8s force the digit 8 into this cell in block 1. All 8s are placed. Good progress. And then this 7 points left, and after 2 and 8 occupy this cell, I can force the digit 7 into column 4 in block 8. Oh, okay, this cell is a 7, because these 7s point up. So 7 is forced into this cell, and column 8 is missing 4 and 6, which makes this cell a 5, because this 5 points down. So 5 ends up in this cell. This is 4 or 6 for this column, and for column 9, the missing digits are 4, 6, and 9. This cell sees 4, so it's 6 or 9. This is 4, 6, 9. Okay, the missing digits of row 7 are 4 and 7. Okay, this cell is for 5 or 6 for this column. Oh, but this cell sees a 6. So yeah, this cell is a 5, which makes this cell a 6. These 5s points left, and this cell sees another 5. This 6 points up to force the digit 6 into one of these two cells in block 2. Okay, I was just looking at row 2 and I was thinking about the missing digits, and this cell is a 7. I'll explain why. So I'll do it the most straightforward way. You can first mark down all digits 1 through 9 into this cell and eliminate the digits that this cell cannot contain one by one. This cell sees. When I say see, I mean that the digit that this cell sees means that there's already this digit in the same row, column, or block as the cell, so it cannot contain that digit. So this cell sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. So the only digit that this cell does not see is 7. So I must make the cell a 7, because in Sudoku, we cannot leave cells empty. We cannot have empty cells. Okay, so we have to fit one digit into every cell. Every single cell has to contain a digit. So if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9 cannot go into this cell, and only 7 can go into this cell, well, then it must be a 7, because it can't be anything else. But I still have to put something into this cell. So it can only be a 7, and it must be a 7. So 7 is forced into this cell, and then 2, 6, and 9 are the missing digits of row 2. This cell sees a 6, so it's 2 or 9. Alright, 1, 4, and 5 are the missing digits of column 3. This cell sees 5, so it's 1 or 4. This 1, 5, this cell sees 1, so it's 4 or 5. Oh, okay, so, right. Let's first mark down the missing digits of row 3. Row 3 is missing 2, 4, 6, and 9. This cell sees 6 and 4. This cell sees 4 and 6, so it can only contain 2 or 9. And you'd find yourself a 2-9 pair in block 2. Um, because in block 2, these two open cells only contain 2 and 9. I've eliminated all other digits from these two cells apart from 2 and 9. So 2 and 9 are the only possible digits in these two cells. So in order to avoid empty cells, remember in Sudoku we cannot leave cells empty. In order to avoid empty cells, I have to keep 2 and 9 into these two cells. I need to keep both 2 and 9 into these two cells, otherwise they would end up being empty. So this 2-9 pair eliminates 2s and 9s from all other open cells in this column, because I have to keep them in these two cells. So this 2-9 pair eliminates 2 from this cell, making this cell a 1. this a 2. This 1 points down, eliminating 1 from this cell. I can force the digit 1 into this cell in block 8. Alright, let's just mark down the missing digits of block 8. They are 4, 7, and 9. This cell sees a 7, so it's 4, 9. Might as well mark down row 8 as well. 4, 6, and 9 are the missing digits of row 8. Oh, sorry, I just said that. Okay. This 2, 9 pair, because of this 2, 9 pair, 9 cannot go into this cell. So it must be a 4, making this cell a 7, this a 9, this a 4 to complete this row. And this cell points right, making this cell 6, 4, and this a 9 to complete row 8. The missing digits of row 9 are 5, 6, and 7. This cell sees 6 and 7, so this must be a 5, and this cell sees 7, so I can place the 5, 7, and 6 like this to complete this row. This 5 points up, making this cell a 1 and 5. This cell is a 4 to complete this column, and this cell is a 9 to also complete its own column. 1, 2, and 6 are the missing digits of block 1, but these ones force 1 into this cell, and a 2, 6 pair is left behind. This cell sees 4, so I can make this 5 and 4. Column 4 is missing 5 and 6, and because of this 2, 9 pair, this cell, the only other open cell in column 5, must be a 7. Alright, now I gotta see. Okay, now 4 is eliminated from this cell. I can make this a 6, 4, 6, 9, 4. This a 5 to complete this row, and sorry, this should be a 6. And the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in a bit under 17.5 minutes. So I would say this Sudoku puzzle, in terms of hard difficulty, it's I would say just the right difficulty, but towards the straightforward side. Slightly straightforward. So yeah, I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. So I don't really recall much, but I would say that the 1-5 pair in block 4, the 4-7 pair in the same block, but also works for column 1, and then find the 1-6-9 triple, or the 6-9 pair after you place the 1. So again, the 1-5 pair in block 4, which made the 4-7 pair in block 4, which also works for column 1, and then the 1-6-9 triple, or 6-9 pair after you place the 1. And this 1-5 pair also works for row 5, so that also formed the 4-6-7 triple in row 5. The 4-6-7 triple in row 5, I think that was also important. And also the 1-2 pair in block 5. Oh wait, did I? Yeah. The 1-2 pair in block 5. I feel like those were important pairs of triples. I feel like towards the end, the 2-9 pair in block 2, column 5 was key. The 2-9 pair in block 2, column 5 was key towards the end. And this single 7 definitely helped a bit. So yeah, the single 7 in block 1 at the intersection of row 2 and column 3. So I think these were the key spots. Let me know if I missed any, or yeah, because I don't recall much. Alright, if you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you. And hopefully this video helped. Today is October 18th, 2024. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1217 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for today. See you all in the next video. Bye!